they cut it to about 9, like 3:45 left. You called timeout. What was the message right there?
Well, I mean, they made back-to-back threes, if I'm not mistaken. I think it may have been Ellison made them both back-to-back threes, and we kind of let up guarding, and we just weren't closing. And the message was to get the ball inside, and then we just got to hunker down and guard a little better. We need to practice closing people out. We even said that during the timeouts, and I did think we did a better job closing tonight. We were patient offensively, didn't turn it over, got the ball where we wanted to. We just got to get stops in those key moments. But I thought our guys, for the most part, defended pretty well.
What do you think of Travis and Jeff?
Well, Travis was unbelievable the first half. They made a decision not to guard him, and so he was unbelievable, made them pay, and we get the big lead. And in the second half, the reason why Jeff had a big game is because they guarded Travis. I mean, I thought it was, if based on stats and looking at it, I would say that would be a very smart way to play us. And Travis, made them pay the first half. So I thought Travis great. It's good for him to kind of get the lid off the basket, so to speak. And then I thought Jeff was really good tonight on both ends.
Jeff really seemed to kind of muscle in close and was patient once he got the ball. Be happy to see.
It's the first time I ever heard the word muscle when speaking about Jeff. No, he did. He worked himself in there pretty tight and caught the ball with both feet in the paint a couple of times. But really, he made some good post moves. I mean, he got it on the perimeter one time and put it down and up and under the guy. And those are things that he works on. And thought he did a good job. St. Louis is not easy to score, and I would have been very happy before the game if I'd have known we'd score 73. Very happy. Last year I think they gave up 58 a game. This year they're giving up right at 60 a game, and they're very good, very good defensively. And when they get all their pieces back, that's a team that, I mean, that's a top 25 team. I really believe that. And they missed some shots early, but they got 5 men that can stretch it, so they got all the pieces in a guard that can post. They got all the pieces to be really, really good.
You said Saturday you were looking for some toughness and leadership. Did you find some of that the last 2 days?
Well, I think we got better. I don't think there's any question about it. Even Elijah didn't. He hadn't scored the ball, but he had 9 assists tonight. I think that considering Ben didn't play much the first half, there were a lot of good things that happened. Some of our bench guys played well, but we got better over here. That was a big key to come over here. You got to try to win 2 games, but we need to get better, and we accomplished that, I think.
For the 2 guys who led you in scoring to affect the game defensively, what did Jeff and Travis?
Yeah, our 2 leading scorers are probably our 2 best defenders too, and I really think if you don't worry about scoring, then scoring naturally comes from just being out there, and I think that's what happened tonight.
Did you bring Davidson up at all to the guys? You kind of talked about it with us last night. Was that something that?
Yeah, but it wasn't talked about because we lost to Davidson last year. It's talked about because St. Louis reminds us of Davidson. I mean, they don't play as fast offensively, but Davidson was so physical, and St. Louis is physical. I mean, they're physical. So I think that there's a lot of similarities in the 2.
Kind of just touched on it. Elijah's 9 assists. How do you think where is he in that transition from shooting guard to point guard?
Well, he's played point. I don't think he's quite got it to the point where he knows that he can be more aggressive. When in the past when he's been aggressive to try to score. Now I don't think he really understands that him forcing help on the first side gets a guy a better shot on the second or third side. I mean, he's kind of too stationary for me. But I think he's doing fine. He just hasn't made shots yet. So, the lid will come off for him. But I think he's playing fine. But I don't think he's really got in a rhythm yet.